Hello subscribers, welcome to a live stream. I'm going to be starting a brand new Wizardry 8 run through in Expert Iron Man mode again. This time instead of 5 fighters, or all fighters, I'm going to try all casters, which is probably going to be suicide, but we're going to try it and we're going to see what happens. I may throw in one character that isn't a caster, but we'll see. Alright, so first of all, let me delete some of these other characters so that I can potentially reuse names. So we were successfully able to beat the game with 5 fighters and 1 alchemist. A very imbalanced party. And like I said, this will be even more imbalanced. Okay. So here we go. So the first one I'm going to create is going to be a priest. Dwarves actually would be a good priest. Werewolves have good resistances too. Intelligence is low. I don't really like that. Probably be boosting it. The other option is a mook. I want my priest to be able to actually attack with some weapons though. An elf would actually be good too. Wouldn't be very strong, but could have high dexterity. Okay, let me take a look at dwarf. What makes dwarves interesting is they have this dwarven damage resistance. And then 12% fire resistance. Whereas if we look at elves, they have 10% air and 20% mental, which is really good. Okay. We'll go ahead and try a dwarf here. So we're going to boost piety. Now intelligence, I believe, is still used. Let's see. Affects all schools of magic except divinity. So I think that might impact the realms as well. But I'm not 100% sure of that. Hey, Soundboy Eric, welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? As luck would have it, you're once again at lunch and I popped up unrecommended. Nice. And some RPGs, dwarves are resistant to magic. Yeah, in this one they just have 12% fire, which isn't very useful. But this damage resistance is very useful. They actually take less damage, physical damage. Alright, I want to make this guy tough. So let's raise vitality and piety. And then I'm not too worried about these others. He will be dual wielding potentially toward the end of the game, but that's much later. I think senses might be wise to raise just because it increases your initiative. Let's see. Weapon skills are impacted by dexterity. Let's raise senses to 50. Okay. Alright, we'll make this female because females can get stamina items much quicker. Obviously heal wounds. And eventually I'm going to get identify item, but that's quite a bit later. So I don't think I want to get charm. That's a pretty useless spell. I don't use paralyze too often either. But, it might be something interesting to try. Yeah, senses is kind of like, it's like perception. Okay, we'll do this. Oh, actually, there's no book of stamina if I remember right. So let's do stamina. Okay. So we're going to do water, divine, and divinity. Okay, so this is our priest. Let's call her Elsa. That voice would not work. Let's see.
Release your hold on this world. All things change up.
This, I like this one.
Just relax. It's gonna be all right.
We'll use that one for her. Okay. Next, we're going to create a psionic. And let's see here. I'm trying to think of what would be best. Let me just take a look at the bonus points they get. Mook, okay. That piety's super low though. I don't like that. That impacts the magic points you get. I think I'm going to make this the fairy. There we go. That's pretty sweet. Hit points are going to be really low for this Sonic, though. I don't really like that. Yeah, I don't like that at all. Ugh. I definitely do not need strength. Let me remove all these again. Gosh, it's kind of funny. I'm really tempted to do another dwarf. Just because the vitality is a lot better. But I don't need that strength. Okay, so Gnome has pretty good vitality here. Yeah, actually this looks really good. Yeah, there we go. That gives him 8 hit points. Yep, that's a good one. Okay, well, let's give her Mind Stab. And... trying to think about air spells. They get air spells much later, but in the beginning they don't have a lot. And Divinity they actually don't have a lot either, but there's an area in the game where I can improve quite a bit by having Heal Wounds. Let's go ahead and get another Heal Wounds. Okay, let's see here. The mental will go up on its own quite a bit. So let's get those going. Okay. Alright, so this is our psionic. Let's name her Zen.
I've consulted the stars.
Yeah, good old sling, that's right. Okay, let's do another one. Brings you back to Baldur's Gate 2. Okay. Now we'll create a mage. This is gonna be so hard having all casters. Oh, late game especially. It's gonna be rough. Alright, now mage. Elf probably be a good candidate. Especially with this mental resistance. Okay, that looks pretty good. 6 hit points is a little rough, but... Okay, let's get sleep and energy blast. Okay, and this, she shall be named Rory.
One may feel fear in the face of danger.
Well, well. I wondered when you would get around to me.
We'll use that one. Okay. The last caster type that's a pure caster is going to be the alchemist. Let's take a look at the... Let's use here. Now alchemists need more dexterity. They can actually be a little bit tougher, so I'm considering a dwarf again. Hobbit. That's not too bad, actually. Fairy. No, because alchemists can get pretty decent armor, so I don't want that. Piety's low. Here we go. Yeah, this looks good. Okay, that's pretty good. Now I'm going to have at least one male character, so I'll go ahead and make the alchemist the male. Acid splash and heal wounds again. I have nobody that has artifacts yet, but we'll get to that. Let's see, I'm trying to think of how I'm going to do it. Alright, so this is our alchemist. Let's call him... Bane.
Ordinary men fear the power of darkness.
Yeah, I like that. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we're going to create a bishop. Gnome's probably going to be pretty good. need that speed. That's way too low negative points. Could do a Mook. Yeah. I like the look of that. It doesn't give many intelligence or piety points, but hold on a minute. This gives a lot more. Yeah, let's go with the gnome. There we go. Okay, make female bishop. Two spells. All right. Let's do Bless and Mind Stab. Alright, he starts with 7 artifacts. Good. So we'll boost that a tiny bit. And need some mental. Divine. Okay. No, we already used that portrait. We don't want to use that again. Just doesn't really look like a bishop. Elf's not going to work. So I guess I'll just use this one. Okay, let's call her Vera. We can make her Australian.
All right then. But look here. I know what's what, so don't.
That would be kind of funny for a bishop.
Some believe I can speak with animals, but it is they who communicate with me.
Yeah, we'll use that one. Alright, now we have one other character to make. And I'm considering having one kind of meat shield or whatever you want to call them, where they're kind of in the front and they're like a super character that can just take ridiculous amounts of damage or has great dodging or something, and then putting all the casters toward the back. Trying to think. Could make a rogue. Let's try that. Alright, now we want this rogue to be super agile. Dexterous, basically. I think I'll do an elf because of the... vitality's low, darn it. That mental resistance is good, but the vitality's too low. A dwarf would be good, believe it or not, because of the high vitality and this damage resistance. So... I think I am going to go with the dwarf. Does intelligence help with pick locks? It does. Locks and traps. Hey there, Gaga. Welcome to the stream. How are you doing? Alright, let's see. I don't know. That Piety's a little too high. That's not very beneficial. I don't think that's a good race to pick. Hobbit gets way more. We'll just go with a Hobbit. Alright, so I can still boost vitality a lot. Dexterity. Speed helps with the number of swings, so that's going to be useful later too. Gosh, I'm almost tempted to get a ranger now that I think about it. Because they have the scouting skill, and then I can shoot. And then if they get close, then I can use melee. Yeah, let's do a ranger instead of a rogue. Rangers will be a lot tougher. Okay, let's see what race will be good for them. Elven Ranger. If I ever find an Elven Bow, which I probably won't, but a Fairy Ranger, that'd be terrible. That speed is so low and the piety is low. I like this 20% mental resistance. Yeah, we're gonna go with that. Okay. Oh, I still got 2 more points. Let's see. Locks and traps. Gosh, do Rangers have lock-picking ability in this game? I don't remember. I know they did in Wizardry 6 and 7. I haven't played one for so long, I'm not sure. Well, we'll find out. We'll do dexterity and then we'll see if they can. Nope, they can't. Ugh. I don't like not having the ability to pick locks. Hey, Saztam, welcome. How are you doing? Yeah, I don't like that. Let's see. Well, I got through it before without having it, so we'll try it. Now, since this is going to be my person that's up front, I do need to give them some kind of item. Okay. This is going to be a really weird party, really weak. Especially late game, but we'll see. It's going to be kind of hard starting with it, too. It's kind of a cool ranger looking picture. It was painful. Okay. Let's see, full name. Let's call her Let's say would be a good elven ranger name. There we go.
All right then.
Yeah, we'll make her the Australian. Okay. All right, let's add to the party. Then we're going to have the priest, the bishop, alchemist, psionic, mage. Mass casters, okay. Here we go. This is going to be tricky. So expert Iron Man mode. All right. Let's see what we've got here. I'm going to try to set this up so the Ranger's in the front. Psionic and Mage in the back.
Yes.
All right. What do we got here? Alk. I think the alchemist, he's kind of middle. I guess he's not going to have quite as good of armor as the bishop or priest, but I'll put him in the back. Ranger will put up front.
Yeah? Here.
This might not be too bad. We'll start with this and try it and see what happens. Doom darts. Wow, that's a really weird set of items to start with. Leather hauberk, short sword, and bow. I have never got doom darts right at the beginning. That's pretty weird. Can't use that. Let's see. Sweet, got a sword already. What is the priest wearing? Okay. Swap that out. Hey Daniel, welcome to the stream. How are you doing? And we'll give the doom darts to the alchemist. Okay. Let's see how we do against these. Well, we'll swap her weapon and shoot at one.
With pleasure. Understood.
Alchemist will do acid splash.
Taken care of.
Bishop will cast bless.
Very well.
Priest can't really do anything right now. Let's see. Yeah.
Taken care of.
This is the part where we fight, right?
Oh, I'm glad you're doing well, Daniel. About ready to retire for a night, huh? Well, that's good. What area are you located in?
Taken care of.
Very well.
Taken care of.
Clear out.
Nice.
Ah, how exquisite.
You're in Queensland of Australia. Oh, okay, cool. Nice. 3 a.m. there. Wow. That is late. Gaga says, so do you have a quest off the start or you gotta find them? How does this game work? I don't know how to answer that. I mean, basically you have to start getting clues as to where you're at. And things will slowly start to come into vision, like where you're supposed to go. So you're not told what your mission is directly. Once you go inside, you start exploring, and then you find out what
Something's moving over there.
and it doesn't tell you your quest. It just kind of tells you where you're supposed to kind of go next. So it's a very mysterious game. It's a lot of exploration.
What's this?
I saw some yellow on the mini-map. So where did they go? That is the question.
Look, it's alive.
It's behind this rock.
Oh, I don't like
Oh,
the looks of
wow.
this fight.
That's way too many to fight. That's why it's playing the music of death.
Pleasure. Understood. Understood.
Very well.
Let's
Very
cast it on this one.
well. Very well.
Taken care of. Taken care of.
With
I'm
pleasure.
gonna try to run. See if it'll let me. They don't totally surround me. What RPCs am I choosing for this playthrough? Probably some tougher ones. I think the android would be good in this case with this party. And then probably just Vi, to be honest, because she's pretty tough. Since I have all casters, you know, I just need some tougher guys. I'll definitely grab Miles first too, just because it'll be nice to have a rogue. In fact, I may actually keep him because I don't have pick a lock ability right now. And it wouldn't hurt to have someone that could have good stealth. Okay, I want to see if I can get somewhere where my back is facing a wall or something. So otherwise these will kill me.
Sure.
Yeah, you have 2 characters you can get added to your party. They're called RPC. They're recruitable player characters. These 2 slots in the upper left and upper right are waiting for other characters to join you. So in the beginning you create up to 6, but then later on you can find up to 2 extras. Oh, now they're retreating.
With pleasure.
Very well. Rosamante.
They're running, but I can... As long as all of them don't run first, I should be able to hit. Maybe kill one. There we go. Took one down. This will be a lot of hit and run, I think, with this party. It'll be interesting.
Understood. With pleasure.
Taken care
With
of.
pleasure.
Where are they?
I sense a living being.
Very well.
They're still retreating. I just want to make sure they don't run at me all at once and surround me.
Taken care of.
It's like playing cat and mouse. There it is. It's running away again. And now I'm out of spell points. Okay.
All right.
Too far.
There we go. Okay. We've killed 2 of them.
With
Now I need to
pleasure.
actually go and rest. Because I'm out of magic points.
Come on. Let me rest.
Sure.
You know, rest helps restore positive energy.
Have I ever heard or played a turn-based RPG called Thunderscape? It's a lot like Wizardry 8, but as style. Oh, Daniel! I think you just sent me. Didn't you? Were you the one that had sent me that gift to the
With pleasure.
RPG? I think it was called maybe Knights of the Chalice.
It's alive.
I thought that I saw your name in the email, but it came from someone else, like someone named Pierre or something. But to answer your question,
That's better.
no, I have not. I've heard of it, but I haven't played it. Oh yeah, well thank you, Daniel. I had no way of responding to the email, to you. So, thank you for that. I'm glad you showed up on the stream. Yeah, I got that downloaded, and
I
I'm
feel somewhat
just waiting for it to
Normal again.
be able to play it and give it a shot.
Much better.
That was very kind of you. Thank you. So that was a Dungeons and Dragons based game, it sounded like similar rules or something. So yeah, that'll be cool to try out. And have you played that game quite a bit then, or? It's one of your all-time favorites? Cool. That'll be fun to check out then. I think they're hiding behind this wing.
Let us be
Here
predator
we go.
and not prey.
With pleasure. Understood.
Very well.
No. Yeah, let's hit this one.
Taken care of.
Okay. Hey Jake, welcome to the stream. How are you doing? He uses the free 3.5 edition rule set. Cool. Yeah, I really like Gold Box. So that'll be nice.
With pleasure. With pleasure.
Okay. Yeah, it's really hard getting going with this party. Eventually, once I get to level 2, I'll go ahead and cast Bless. Things will get a lot easier. This game is not based on Dungeons and Dragons. It's its own system. If you've ever played Wizardry 6 and 7, it's very similar to those. So it has its totally different system. It's actually, to me, one of the best systems in a computer game. At least that I've played. I have a review on it, Gaga, if you might want to check that out. If you check out my review of Wizardry 6, 7, and then 8, then it'll make a lot more sense to you. It's on my, if you go to my channel's page, I have a list called Game Reviews, and it's in there. Daniel says he's played Knights of Chalice a lot.
Look at those things.
A battle?
Kickstarter fundraiser for a second installment, and its future module commences in a few days. Oh, that's cool. Second game comes with its own FRUA and has been in the works for 10 years. Cool.
Very well.
Taken care of.
Understood. With pleasure.
Okay. So to get closer here.
With pleasure. Understood.
Taken care of.
Very well.
Hola podrida. Taken care of.
With pleasure.
Yeah, it's funny running low on spell points so quickly. It's gonna be really hard for a party like this.
Understood.
Nice. There you go.
Do not glory in death. Instead, rejoice that we are still alive.
Let's see. Yeah, I'm quite a ways to leveling up. 1200 experience they all need, except the bishop needs 1600. Ranger 1400. I have to rest every time because the party's pretty worthless without spells. There we go. Oh,
Ah, a creature.
come on down here, bats. I saw you up there. Here they come.
This is the part where we fight, right?
Level 1 on this. That's an easy one. I'm not sure why it's playing that music.
With pleasure. Understood.
Oh, it's out of range. Okay.
Very well.
Taken care of.
Segundas.
Hola podrida. Taken care of.
Understood.
Nice. She can cast second one. Okay. I'm casting these because it acts as training. So it can increase your skill level.
With pleasure.
Hola podrida.
There we go.
I measure our progress.
As long as we don't get outnumbered, I can kill these weaker ones with this party. What does 101 mean? The first is the number of enemy in the group. 1 is like within vision, and 1 is able to act. I'll show you at the next battle. You can right click and it'll tell you.
This is the part where we fight, right?
Okay, so if I right click up here, you can see down here it says there's 2 active, which means they're conscious or you know, able to do something. In range is the second number based on which character you have selected. So since I have the mage selected, there's none within range for him with his staff. And then in view, of course, means you can see them. Because sometimes for a group, one may be behind a wall, and so you wouldn't be able to see them.
With pleasure.
It's pretty cool.
Understood. Very well.
Taken care of.
Understood.
Taken care of. Ah, how exquisite.
Water magic 6. Okay, we're getting there. So that'll allow her to cast one more acid splash. Instead of just one, she'll be able to cast 2 now in a fight. Yeah, level 1, just like all the, you know, the classic RPGs, it's so hard on level 1. Even level 2, I think, is still going to be hard for this party. It won't be till I get to level 3 that it'll start to become a little easier. We don't want to go up there. There's a terrible slime that'll kill us. And we don't want to go left because there's another bad slime in there that'll kill us. And for those that don't know, when you play in Iron Man mode like this, if your party dies, the game's over. You do not get to reload the game.
What's this? Look here. Look, creatures.
Alright, what are we dealing with here? Slime, okay. It's so dark.
Let's show the enemy who's in charge.
It's only one.
With pleasure. Understood.
Very well.
Taken care of.
I measure our progress in bodies.
If I had the light spell, this wouldn't be so dark, but I don't have it yet. Okay. I think there's something down this hallway, knockpicks or something. Come on, Ranger.
Look here.
There it is. What is it? Man, it's so dark, I can't see it. I'm like standing right on it and I still can't see it. Oh, there it is. It sticks. Okay. Can my bishop use it? No. Alchemist can. Okay. I think the Book of Light is somewhere around here. Okay, so I can't go that way. That's going to lead to the area that I do not want to go. Halfway there. A little more than halfway. Okay. Come on, monsters, come on out. We can't get through that gate yet. You have to go all the way around. And this is a bad slime up there. Level 3. I don't want to fight that yet. So what we'll do is just go down here and rest for a little bit. Try to get some more monsters to come around. Because they will respawn. But I want to rest in a safe area. Okay, let's see if there's anything out here first. Nope. Come on, monster spawns, where are you? Yes, they can spawn where you rest. And they'll attack you, and if you don't, sometimes they'll surprise you, and some of your characters will be asleep. Unless you have like a spell called the Dark Hound cast. And I think rangers can notify you too and wake you up. Let me see if it says that. Searches all the time. Well, I think your senses skill can make it where you wake up easier. Yeah, that's why you gotta rest in safe areas or they will kill you. You know, normally you just reload the game, but when you're playing Iron Man mode, you can't do that.
Look here.
Oh, cool. Found something else. What do we got? Sneeze powder. I really should work on the priest's ability, his throwing. Or she, because she just can't do anything right now. Until I get her a sling or something. It's funny, you know, when you're looking for monsters, you can't find them. Otherwise, you're seeing them all the time. Yeah, there's none in here. Well, I guess I'll just try to attack the big slime, and we'll just hope that he doesn't destroy me. The problem with him is... Here we go.
Let us be predator and not prey.
Problem is he can shoot anybody in the party. And so it could hit that mage in the back that has 6 hit points.
Understood.
Kill him with one shot. Yeah, once your hit points reach 0, you're dead. It's not like in Dungeons and Dragons where you,
Understood.
you know, can go negative 10 hit points, at least in the 1st and 2nd edition.
Hola podrida.
Sakiti run. Muy segundas.
You can hit the L key, which means last, and your party member will do the last special action you told it to do. As long as you haven't run out of magic points or the item disappear or whatever you're trying to do. Oh, here it goes.
Taken care of.
With pleasure.
And you don't even have to
Understood.
retarget if you have auto-targeting turned on, which I do. Otherwise, if you hold down the shift button and click on an enemy, it causes all party members to retarget the one you click on. That's very handy.
Sakiti run. Muy segundas. With pleasure.
Okay, out of spell points.
Fortune was with us.
Psionics and fire magic went up. That's good. Okay. There we go. The blue bar, of course, is magic points. Yellow is stamina, like your energy. And then red is your hit points or health. Okay, here we go. We'll try taking this thing on. I think it's level... Yeah, level 3. This is going to be rough.
With pleasure. Understood.
Very well.
Taken care of. Hola podrida.
Saketi run.
Wow, I took 0 damage from that. So at 25 hit points, I think I did about 8 damage there.
Very well.
So what I may do is run after this round,
Saketi run.
go rest, and then come back.
Sagunda.
So,
Hola podrida.
Sure. With pleasure.
I wish I knew how many hit points I had left. Let's approach it.
Hola podrida.
Aljalasta. With pleasure.
There we go. Got it. Ooh, and I dropped a mace.
Oh,
Sweet.
This is great.
Beware. My power grows stronger.
I owe it all to good fortune and positive energy. Perfect. My status rises.
Nice. So 4 level ups. That'll be a tremendous help. Alright, let's do piety. Vitality. I'm going to get make wounds because I need the ability to do something with the priest. I guess the other option is I could do paralyze. Okay, let's do paralyze. Oh, 11 hit points. Let's do vitality. The earlier you get vitality going, the better off you'll be. Because the hit points build as you level up, so the higher it is earlier, the more hit points you'll end up in the end game. Alright, and mage. Once again, let's give a little bit of vitality. Oh, wait a minute. I can get frost. I was going to say, where was frost? Okay, that's what I want is frost. Then I'll have another attack spell. Okay. Sweet. I think the
Look here.
Book of Light's in here somewhere. Might be right here.
Look here.
No. Cure poison though, that's very useful. There it is. Okay.
Yes? Splendid!
Now rest. Now cast light and you'll see such a big difference. Brightens everything up. Alright. So now we got to get the Ranger and Bishop leveled up. Ranger's really close too. Let's go take on that other slime.
Oh, I don't like the looks of this fight.
With pleasure. Understood.
Taken care of.
Very well.
Now I can do Paralyze. It rarely works in Iron Man mode, but
Sure.
we'll try it.
Sure. Saketi, run. Rosenland.
They're all doing 1 damage. Yeah, it didn't work. Well, we'll try it again. Nice.
How exquisite.
Getting better. Now isn't that nice? My inborn skills continue to evolve.
Sweet. Okay, Ranger. I found a War Scepter, which is a really good Mason Flail type weapon. Let's try and figure out if I want to. I think I'm going to have her stick with swords. I'll give her one of each of these just in case I change my mind. Yeah, the Ranger is missing a lot. She'll get better with time. Okay, Bishop. Let's see. Okay, we'll rest, and then we can go outside and kill the crabs that are out here. There's some, there's a set encounter with a bunch of crabs. They're level 2.
That's much better.
I should be able to kill them. Now, where's that War Scepter? There it is. 3-day damage, 5% knockout. It's pretty sweet. Alchemists can't use. I know they can. Let's do that. There we go.
Here now, that's better.
There's a sling up here too. Oh, that'll be nice to get.
Look here.
You all look nervous. Is something up here?
Come on, let's get them.
With pleasure. Understood.
Taken care of.
Very well.
Sure. Sure.
Oh, well. Not sure why. Oh, out of range, okay. Alright, we'll get a couple shots in here. Oh, nice. Paralyzed work on that one. Of course, the auto target, they're all hitting the same one that was just paralyzed.
Sure. With pleasure.
Taken care of.
With pleasure.
Very well.
Nice. Paralyzed keeps working. Really surprised. He usually does not. But I don't typically use a regular caster either. Usually have the hybrids.
Very well.
With pleasure.
Taken care of.
Okay, it's good enough.
Hola podrida.
With pleasure.
Taken care of.
Gotta get our practice in.
Very well.
There we go, the ranger shot it. Only because it was asleep. That was a lot of skill improvement there. That's great. Okay.
Look here. What's this?
battle axe. This is +2 initiative. Battle axe isn't, so that's actually better than the battle axe. Let's see. Yep, only the ranger out of this party can use it. Cherry bomb. We need to give... Is that throwing? Yeah, it is. Alchemist will keep that then. Okay. What is the curse status? If an item's cursed, you can't remove it when you equip it. So if it tells you, like after you equip something, then you know if it's, like since I can unequip that, it's not cursed. So see how it says not cursed? Sometimes you won't know until you go to actually equip it. And then it latches onto you and you just can't let go of it. Bishops actually have a free ability to remove curses. That's what this is here, which is awesome. That's part of their class. Each class has specialties, and that's one of the bishop's perks. So we can unequip any cursed item for free. Otherwise you'd have to get the remove curse spell, which is level 4, I think priest, alchemist, maybe? I know for sure it's priest. You have alchemy, divinity, which is basically priest, wizardry, which is mages, and then psionics.
I see a creature. This battle will be short and simple.
With pleasure. Understood.
Taken care of.
Very well.
Sure. Sure.
Taken care of.
Understood.
Very well.
Run.
Yeah, one thing I really like about the experience and leveling in this game is everybody gets experience, which is great because some games only the person that gets the kill gets experience. And then the other thing is you get to choose when to level up. Puts the little plus sign next to you, which is awesome. And then you just click it and then you can level up. It's like in Dungeons and Dragons, you have to train to level up, and you pay gold. That just makes no sense to me. So you get all this experience, and then yet you still have to go train with someone to level up. It's just so bizarre.
Ah, a creature.
Ooh. Are those spiders? No, they're roaches. Okay. Come on, roaches. I know you're there. I saw you.
This is the part where we fight, right? With pleasure. Understood.
Very well.
Taken care of.
Sure. Sure.
Paralyze is working pretty well.
Sure. Sure.
Taken
Understood.
care of. Ah, how exquisite.
Nice. Level 3.
Great.
This is going to be a big deal.
My power grows
Because I'll be able to get
stronger.
higher level spells.
I owe it all to good fortune and positive energy. Perfect. My status rises.
Jake says in games made after Gold Box like Baldur's Gate 1 and 2, Icewind Dale, you don't have to pay gold to level up. You get the little plus sign in those too. Oh, that's cool. So you don't have to go talk to someone and train. You can just level up immediately. That'd be cool. Alright, priest. Alright, here we go. Let's see. So Divine Trap would be good for me to train so that I can actually keep boosting the priest's divinity skill. But priests don't get that many mental spells, so I don't think that's entirely useful. I feel like Guardian Angel would be good. Web would probably be pretty good too. Cure Lesser Condition would be good to raise water ability. Gosh, got some tough choices here. Guardian Angel's really good. Web can be okay. Cure Lesser Condition's pretty good. Let's do Web. I can start getting some earth magic going. Yeah, you heard my dog. Anytime a delivery person comes by, she barks. Let's see, Alchemist. Okay, here we go. Blinding Flash, Sonic Boom. Dragon Breath. Blinding Flash, I think. Sanity. Gosh, Shrill sounds really good too. You know, I'd have a cone damage effect if I get that. Yeah, let's get that first. We'll get Insanity next level. Although Divine Trap, I could actually train it on the trap that's in here and get the mental really high. Ah, that's a tough decision, man. Okay. And last but not least, our mage. Ooh, these are good too. Missile Shield, Enchanted Blade, Magic Missiles, Shrill Sound. Lots of good ones. Hey, Gauntlet, yeah, Wizardry 8. I started an all-caster party. It's going to be so hard to beat Expert Iron Man mode with this. I have one ranger and then 5 casters. Just, let's see. Gosh, Magic Missiles is really good. Yeah, Enchanted Blade's not going to be too beneficial for this party. But Missile Shield would be very beneficial for all these things that shoot. We'll start with Magic Missile. And then next time, some more. Trying to keep it even. Okay. Excellent. You were joking about it. Yeah, no, I'm going to try it. This is going to be the hardest Iron Man I've ever played. The last one was pretty hard, but this is even going to be harder. Hey, we've made it to level 3 on the casters. Except the Bishop and Ranger. They're not quite there. Okay. So let's go open this treasure chest we found.
Relax, this fight will be easy. With pleasure. Understood.
I don't want to use that because that'll just scare him.
Taken care of.
Practice our web.
Sure.
Very well.
All right. Nice spot of work, if I didn't say so myself. It's just not destined to happen.
That is impossible,
Sure.
even for me.
With pleasure. Understood.
Very well.
Muy segundas.
Short bow, potion of light heal, gloves, bullet stones, and quilt tunic. These are going to be chamois gloves. Quilt tunic, I can use that. I don't have anybody that can use the bow except the ranger. That's pretty funny. Any special item? Nope.
Look here. Look here.
Poser cap, so this will give us pick lock ability. 10%. It's terrible.
What's this?
Book of stamina, okay.
Magnificent!
Nothing else in here? Nope. Level 3. Let's get in the doorway to try to block some of them.
This will be a beautiful battle.
Now we'll get to show the magic missiles.
With pleasure.
And shrill sound hits in a cone.
Understood.
Taken care of.
Very well.
I don't want to backfire the web right now, so we'll just cast Paralyze
Sure.
instead.
Sulla malla lassù. Algiolaf.
Nice.
Palatine.
Paralyze is working a lot, so it's got to be because they're not a hybrid caster. Because I never did have luck with it with like...
With pleasure. Understood. Sure. Very well.
Taken care of.
Sacchetti, run! Segundas. Getting better.
Nice. Okay. Now I gotta rest again. Actually, I can cast some heals here.
Yeah?
Might increase skill. I don't like resting there. Well, there's a place I can rest up here. Let's see if I can reach it without getting attacked. Oh, nope. There's something up here. I see a bunch of red roaches. Okay.
Let's attack.
Oh.
Now is the time.
I don't have much of a choice. Don't know what his resistances are.
With pleasure.
Yeah, I have a ranger. Yeah, this will be fun as long as I can pull it off, but it's...
Understood.
This is very, very hard, starting at least.
Very well.
Taken care of.
Let me backfire. Let's have a pray. The priest has this pray ability.
Sure.
Sometimes it does some random benefit.
Sacchetti, run! With pleasure. Understood. Understood. Very well.
Taken care of.
Did the prayer not work? Let's see. The prayer goes unheard. Okay.
Taken care of.
So I blinded a couple of them. That's why those are running.
pleasure.
Understood.
Taken care of.
All right.
Taken care
With
of.
pleasure. Very well.
I'll let the priest attack. I get some weapon skills up a little bit.
With pleasure.
Taken care of. Ishaka.
There we go.
Do not glory in death. Instead, rejoice that we are still alive.
Yes, that's much better.
My inborn skills could.
Nice. Okay, Bishop. Oh, we need to get you some more hit points. I don't like that. Let's do Psionics. So every party member is level 3 now. That's good. Because they're so weak in the beginning, having all casters. The Ranger's pretty tough, 28 hit points. Priest even has 25. That's pretty nice. Mage 13. Still more than Dungeons and Dragons.
An easy victory.
With pleasure.
Understood.
Taken care of.
Let's practice this. Make wounds.
Very well.
Sure. Sulla malla lassù.
Wow, Webb worked on 3 of them. That's unusual.
Rosinante.
Hola, podrida.
Hey Abra, welcome to the stream. How are you doing? This is Expert Iron Man mode, but it's all casters except for one ranger in the front. So, just pure caster party. It's going to be super, super hard. Here's my layout. So I have the ranger, priest, and bishop kind of out front, and then mage, psionic, and alchemist in the back. But I got to level 3, which is a big accomplishment. Because now they're starting to get so many more spells that they can cast.
Yes.
I don't like the looks of this fight.
With pleasure.
Understood.
Taken care of.
Very well.
Nah, that'll do paralyze.
Sure.
Oh, that one's weaker. Let's do that one. It's gonna be brutal, yeah it is. But it's fun. Super challenging. You know me, I'm always up for super challenging.
With pleasure. Understood. Sure.
Very
Taken
well.
Understood.
care of.
Very well.
Yeah, I'll have the thief once I get Darnica. Yep. That is true.
Understood.
At some point this party's gonna be super strong,
With
like
pleasure.
mid-game. But end-game it's gonna be really hard.
Taken care of.
But I will recruit the android. That'll help.
Sure.
And then probably Vi. Or just keep the rogue. Maybe the rogue and the android. That'd probably be a pretty good combination.
Sure.
Taken
Understood.
care of. Hola podrida. Ah, how exquisite.
That was good training. Yeah. Yeah, Vi would be a good, meat shield. I mean, really what I need is people that are good with weapons and can take hits. So she would meet half of that bill at least. She could use good polearm, having a fighter would be good for that, but we'll see. I'm giving these casters vitality. I'm going to make them really tough casters, which might sound like an unusual strategy, but I started it off early so that their hit points will be much higher for normal casters. Okay, let's go back where we were. The other good news is I'll have all the protection spells, so that'll be very beneficial.
Look here.
You put her in front and she'll cheat death every fight. Yeah. Yeah, the cheat death ability, it actually, in my opinion, is pretty bad. Like, the Lord's ability is so much better, having health regeneration. Because you're unconscious when you cheat death. So like in the middle of combat when that happens, you're pretty much screwed anyway. Okay, this is a ring of protection. We'll give that to the mage since she's the weakest. The only place to cheat death is really good is if you accidentally fall off the tree in Trenton. Because your whole party would end. Be dead.
It has a lock.
Here.
I'm actually going to turn this direction and do this.
It's locked up tight. Look, something moving over there. I foresee an easy victory. With pleasure.
Very well.
Understood. Sure.
Taken care of.
Yeah, it's kind of like save and throw, but it's guaranteed as long as they have some stamina. Well, the Valkyrie won't survive if they have no stamina. If they have absolutely like negative stamina, if they get drained or something, then even cheat death won't work. I mean, I know that's pretty rare, but it can happen. Yeah, a party gets stuck behind a door. Actually, there are ways that can happen. You can get crushed by the door gauntlet and be killed. It's just really dumb, but I've heard of that happening to people. Yeah, they can. You can get crushed behind a door, and it plays the death scene, and your party's dead. And one of the videos, like a couple weeks ago, I died climbing a rope. So I climbed up the rope when I was close by Martin in the Sea Caves area, and my guys got crushed into the ceiling. I had never seen that before, and I was in Iron Man mode, so luckily I quickly did, Control Shift Escape, brought up Task Manager and killed it. So I didn't lose the game, but that was a terrible bug. I was like, what the heck? It's on the stream if you want to see it. Yeah, you saw that one? Yeah, that's annoying.
Lock tight.
Okay, once again, we're gonna do this. I turn this way in case monsters start coming, then they won't attack me from behind.
There is a lock. Here. This lock will be child's play.
King Crab, okay. We should be able to tear this guy up.
With pleasure. Understood.
Taken care of.
Very well.
Sure.
Nice, paralyzed him.
Understood. All right.
So Get a little closer there. Then the ranger can hit with their sword. Double damage. Everybody can attack except for
With pleasure.
these two.
Taken care of.
Yeah, GG crowd. Gauntlet says he fell by accident his first time there. So he's careful with next to the rope.
Oh,
Wow,
this
level
is
4.
Great.
Beware. My power grows stronger.
I owe it all to good fortune and positive energy. Perfect. My status rises. Look here.
Sweet. Alright. I'm gonna have to get identify item, I think. Yeah, let's do that. Gosh, Guardian Angel would be so good. But I need identify item. Hold on 1 second, guys.
Just relax and enjoy the scenery.
Yeah, I guess I better get back on the street.
What a delightfully gloomy place.
Okay. Let's check this out. Alchemist. You know, Razor Cloak actually wouldn't be too bad. Ah, but Cure Lesser Condition. There's a place in here where I could train that and get their water skill up real high. So I think I'm going to do that. So let's boost air and earth for now. The Gregor is going to be painful. I'm not sure, to be honest. Once I get to level 5, I think this party actually will do pretty darn well against Gregor. Gauntlet says he thinks this should be one of the quickest games one way or the other. Yeah, once I get to level 5, which is what Gregor is, I think this party will do pretty well. But I've been wrong before, so we'll see. Okay, here we go. Gotta get insanity. It's just too good to pass it up. Let's see here. Missile shield. I gotta get that. Okay. Excellent.
Yeah?
Everybody's already healed, I guess. Okay, let's see what we got in here.
Look here.
I've got all these bows that I can't use. Just have to sell them. Come on, pick it up, pick it up. Light crossbow. Okay, so since both these doors are closed, I'll just rest in this corner. We're not going up there. That's where Gregor
Look,
is.
something's moving
Ooh.
over there.
Something's coming. Fight it in the hallway. What is it? Spiders? They look like spiders.
Let us be predator and not
Sure.
prey.
I'm pretty sure those are spiders. Yeah, these are the ones I think that shoot their webs. But it only hits one of you, so we'll see how this party deals. They should have higher resistance in general, so
Sure.
I think I'll do pretty darn well against them, but we'll see.
Very well.
Let's try an insanity.
Understood. With pleasure.
Taken care of.
Yeah, that's fine.
Saketti, run! Valentine!
Hola podrida.
Lui segundas.
Taken care of.
With pleasure. Sure. Very well.
Rosamund.
Yeah, I've been amazed at how well Web and Paralyze has been working this game. I have never had good success with it. And it's gotta be because these are basic casters, you know, core casters and not hybrids. Because I mean, look at that. This is Expert Iron Man mode. I never have these spells work like this. I would be curious to see how it's determining that.
With pleasure. Sure.
Hey Jake, he says, does Wizardry 6 have mazes like those mines in Wizardry? You mean Wizardry 8? Oh, which one? Is the first Wizardry 6 Wizardry 8, or is the second Wizardry 6 Wizardry 8? Or you could just re-ask it, because I don't know what you're asking.
Taken care of.
With pleasure.
Very well.
Sure.
Aljalasta.
Does
So much
Wizardry
for that.
8 have mazes like those mines in Wizardry 6? No, not really. Wizardry
Yeah, now isn't that nice?
Wizardry 7 does. Wizardry 7 has the most, besides Wizardry 4. If you're comparing 6, 7, and 8, 7 has the hardest, craziest mazes in certain areas of the game that just put Wizardry 6 to shame. So that's the one thing I don't like about Wizardry 7. There's two areas that are just ridiculously hard and super confusing and turn you all around and everything. Wizardry 8's very intuitive, and there really aren't many places where you can get all turned around. The only place is called the mine cart area, the mine tunnels, but that's not that hard. You just have to flip some symbols, and you're told, if you pay attention to clues, you're told which way to do it. So yeah, Wizardry 8's a lot easier. Yeah, Wizardry 4 is still the hardest, like the most cryptic, strange places. Without having a clue book or something to help you through that, I honestly don't think anybody could beat it within probably a year. That's how hard that game was, with its crazy mazes and weird areas. But yeah, 6, the mines area is a little confusing. You're going to find another area if you haven't been there yet, which I don't think you have in Wizardry 6, that's in a pyramid, and it's got some really confusing areas too. Still not as bad as Wizardry 7, but they're pretty darn confusing and cryptic.
Yes?
Yeah, I haven't played any of the Japanese ones, so I'm not sure
The
about
negative
those
energy
either.
is gone.
Okay.
Here now. Something's creeping up on us.
But I have reviews of 4 through 8 Wizardry. I have yet to review. I've yet to play 1, 2, or 3.
Now, what is this devious device for?
So this is where you could train the divine
What's this?
trap skill. If you had that spell, but I don't have it. Tempted to wait actually to open this until I get it.
Trapped.
Trying to think of the next trap. Because I'll probably trigger
Yes?
this anyway.
Waiting.
Yeah. If it's dagger scatter, I don't care if it triggers, but if it's the poison darts, that can be a problem.
Yes?
There's some fish in here somewhere, but why are they not showing up? There they are.
Look! A creature! This dust-up will be dead easy. With pleasure. Sure.
Web underwater. That's pretty funny.
Sure.
Let's do sleep.
Taken care of.
Understood. Very well. Oh!
Oh, nice. 3 of them went insane. Let's get some weapon practice in here.
Taken care of.
Can't quite hit all 3 of those.
With pleasure. Understood.
We binged them all a few months ago. Oh, the reviews. Oh, thank you, Abra. I appreciate that. Yeah, I'm about ready to release my next one. I'm hoping within 2 to 3 days it'll be live.
My inborn skills continue to evolve.
Alright. Bishop level up. That's sweet. Gosh, Divine Trap would be good to get her. Then I could train her mental. I really want Insanity, but I think I can get away with just doing Divine Trap right now. Yeah. So that'll go up on its own. I don't need to worry about that. In fact, Soul Psionics, I don't need to raise that. So let's raise Alchemy, Divinity. There we go. I'm not going to tell you what it is. You'll have to wait to see. I said that on my Discord channel. I'm like, review to be released pretty soon. But I'm not going to tell you what it is. Gauntlet says, how many people jumped out of this cave during the first playthrough? Yeah, I know. Probably nobody. Right, because you wouldn't have known that resurrection powder was right there.
Yes.
It's a good place to rest though, because monsters can't reach you. Trepidation. It's funny. All I'll say is it's a classic. It's a very, very good classic that I don't feel like there's too many reviews on. At least, you know, decent, thorough reviews. When am I not reviewing a classic? There's quite a few that I wouldn't say were classics that I've reviewed. I've tried to bring to the limelight quite a few different ones, like Sword of Glass. Magic Candle wasn't really a classic for a lot of people. Neither was Darklands. Minor VGA. Even Gold Rush for some, you know, wasn't very classic-like because they weren't aware of it. So yeah, there's quite a few that aren't classic. Yes, that's correct. It is not Amiga. I will tell you that. It is a PC game. Okay, we can go visit the NPC now. Speaking of PC.
Someone approaches. Psst. Hey, was that you?
All right. I'm not going to tell you anymore. It's obvious that it wouldn't have been an Amiga game, so that's the only reason why I answered that one. But anything else, I'm not going to tell you. All bets are off. Like I said, it'll be, hopefully I'll have it live in 2 to 3 days. I need to identify these.
Here.
Let's see here.
Yeah?
Not sure if he's exhausted the gold box. No, I haven't. I didn't do Dark Queens of Corinne. And I didn't do Treasures of the Savage Frontier. I think those are the only two I've missed. There may have been another Corinne one that I missed. I'm not 100% sure of that. But yeah, I've done all the other gold box games. Yeah, Dungeon Master is on PC. Yep.
Yes?
Yes.
Let's see here. I think I'm going to keep all this stuff.
Waiting.
Yes?
We'll get rid of that. All right. First, I'm going to have my priest identify all this stuff. Let's go over here to do that. So it's going to take a lot of resting.
Yeah?
Ooh, Scroll of Haste. That's good.
No.
Yeah, PC. It is funny how names came about. Does anybody, without looking up, without cheating, does anybody here know what the NT stands for in Windows NT? And don't cheat.
This is bad.
I'm just curious how many of you know that. I think if you ask the average person, they wouldn't know. Yep, Saztam's right. It's new technology. That's what that stood for. It's released in 95. J.R. Lovecraft says no trouble. That's true. The only trouble it did have was it didn't have plug and play. Never turned back, yeah. Yeah, I remember buying NT when I was in college because it came out in 95. At least the mainstream version was 95. You know, Windows NT 4. And I was curious. I'm like, what does NT stand for? And I tried to research everywhere, and nobody knew what it stood for. And I still don't remember how I found out, but I finally figured out it was new technology. I'm like, that's kind of a weird term to use for your product. Yeah, you'd think it would be like maybe something with networking or... But yeah, it's new technology. Yeah, it did have limited hardware support. But yeah, it was extremely stable. Like a lot of people were either going with Windows 95 or NT. I'm like, I'm going with NT. I know it's not as gaming oriented, but it's, you know, more server based. And at that time, it was very stable. Whereas 95, you know how that was. That thing would crash and burn all the time. So fire sticks. So it's magic missile level 3. That'd be a lot of gold. But honestly, I don't think I need it. I can merge light heal and moderate heal to make heavy heal to make a bunch of money. The alchemist. Alchemy 35, yeah, that's really good. Jake says he made the smart choice when he got his first PC in 2001 and got 2000. Good job. Yeah, Windows ME, so terrible. Windows 2000 was your favorite Microsoft OS. Yeah, it's very stable, just like NT was. J.R. Lovecraft says he played Baldur's Gate and Diablo on NT. 32-bit games usually work great on it. Yeah. And that was the only, at least to my knowledge, the only platform where they started to support a different type of processor. The alpha processor instead of just Intel. And then I think after NT, they just didn't do it anymore. Because I actually had to, I used to create printer drivers. I created a virtual printer driver. And I had to use a driver kit to create it for the other processor that was the non-Intel, and to have it compile on NT. That was the only platform that did that. Abra says he bought a laptop at the time and it had ME. That's brutal. And Jake says he liked Vista. He must be the only one who liked it. That's funny. Well, it's, you know, it's all perspective. Like if someone, if that's all they had was Vista, that's their first computer, and then they get to Windows 10 or something, they might be, I like Vista better. But they did improve a few things with Vista, the task manager and the performance stats where you can see more, you can get to more information and more data. That was all added in Vista, so that was better. Yeah, there's an ARM64 version of Windows 10, yeah. Windows 10, which is really like version 13 by now. But they just keep calling it 10. Oh, Microsoft, I don't know about them. I mean, seriously, whose idea was that? Think about that for all the software that's out there. Just saying, you know what, I got a great idea. Let's never change the version number so that they don't know they're getting a new version. Let's just always say it's version 1. That's like, Oh, so when a client goes out to get something, it's like, oh, what version of, Norton do you have? Version 1. Oh, but which version of version 1? Do you have, the fall of 2015 version 1? It's just so ridiculous. I don't know who came up with that idea. It's like, oh my gosh. Abra says his baby was 7 when you had when you bought a laptop at ME. Yeah, a service pack with breaking changes every 6 months. Yeah, isn't that the truth? Oh, that's funny. All right, let's see here. Let's get a little bit of armor here while I'm able. Buckler shield. Yeah, that's cool. They're not going to get hit too often, so we'll give it to her. She already has leather boots. Okay. Sad Stamp says his primary computer now is Power 9 based running Linux. Debian Buster specifically. Yeah, I love using Unix or Linux, but I have such a hard time getting away from Windows with my everyday things because of all the different things I do. It's frustrating. But I would love to be able to use Linux all the time, not have to touch Windows again. Abra says he learned 7 because he was fixing. Oh, I thought you meant your baby, like literally you had a baby that was 7. So you mean your computer was 7. You learned 7 because you were fixing PCs at the time, so it's still your favorite version of Windows. Yeah, I like Windows 7. Yeah, Gauntlet says bring back Amiga and support a US company using Motorola chips. I never had an Amiga, but it looks amazing. Shoot, I'd go back to DOS if we could. I would not hesitate to do that.
Farewell.
I even considered writing a Java virtual machine for DOS so that we could run any kind of Java program on DOS. I'm like, you know what? That would take me years to do. And I just don't want to dedicate all my time to doing that. It's just, it becomes such a big commitment. It wouldn't be worth it.
Trapped.
But that would have been awesome because there's a lot of Java programs out there and they would all run on DOS. And you could program new software on DOS. Okay.
Yes?
This is where I can train my skill too. See, already went up to 10. I'll open this chest and then I'll go practice offline on that other chest I didn't open earlier. Yeah, you're running Windows 10 in a VM. Yeah, that's a good way to do it. Jake says he used Directory Opus Magellan 2 on his Amiga for the last few years. It was a great desktop replacement. That's cool. Being Italian, you have to make a case for Olivetti. You just have to. That's funny. Yeah, the application support. It's getting much better on Linux, but it's just still not quite there for what I need. Like, I can do 90% of what I need, and then there's like 10% I have to use a specific app. It's like, and I do use virtual machines a lot to do that, but I haven't taken the step to run Linux and then a virtual machine in Linux yet. It's like I quit Facebook like 4 years ago. It's kind of the same deal. A lot of people don't want to take that step to quit something that, you know, they've been reliant on. And I'm so glad I did, but it's the same thing, you know, when you're trying to switch from Windows to Linux, unless you have something that really drives you. It's like, it's just a big endeavor. Were there any CPM games? I don't know that. I'm really not sure.
Those things are dangerous.
Yeah, exactly. The video editing is hard. That's my biggest challenge right now, and I do so much with video stuff.
Trapped.
Here.
Okay, let's assume it's poison darts. So I'd rather set off dagger scatter. It was poison darts and I still tripped it.
Oh,
That's all that was in there?
feel right.
64 arrows and cloth pants. That's the worst treasure chest I think I've ever opened in this game.
Yeah?
Wow. Okay, let's see if I can rest through this poison without dying. Yes.
Here now.
Yeah. Jake says never join social media platforms so you don't have to quit. Video editor needed and an email client like Outlook. You know about Thunderbird, just not close enough. Yeah, on the PC I actually use a program called Pegasus Mail for a mail client. It's, you know, it's very stable. It doesn't have any issues, which is great. Because a lot of people use like Microsoft Outlook and it's so unstable. It might be friendlier, but it's just terrible issues. Let's buy that. Feathered hat. Let's give that to the alchemist. Okay.
Come back and see me if you.
Bye-bye.
So now that I've gone up here, I have to fight Gregor, but I'm not going to do it until I get to level 5. So I'll be doing a little grinding offline by resting in here. I'll show you how this process works though. If you rest right here long enough, some enemies will attack you, and they even surprise you sometimes. But usually they're limited with how they can reach you. Even if they're ones that can shoot poison and stuff, the pillars will block some of the shots. But you'll see how tedious this is. I'll just do it one time and then probably be wrapping up the stream. I gotta get to work on finishing the next game review. Like I said, it'll be ready in hopefully 2 or 3 days. Gosh, this priest is so much tougher than the bishop. I'm actually considering changing my layout here.
Yeah?
Yes?
Let's do this. Let's see.
Yes?
Gosh, I don't like that. Yeah, let's do this.
Taken care of.
Yeah, priest plus dwarf equals tank. Yeah, and the dwarves have a damage resistance in this game, which is really cool. I did not know that for the longest time. If you look at their special, dwarven damage resistance to physical damage. It's pretty cool. Total War Shogun 2 is for free in Steam, Jake says. Come on, monsters, where are you? Well, there's one area I can walk to. Let's start walking.
Yes?
There's a few things in here. We'll come back to this later. Okay. Bouncing off the walls. The video is getting very jittery. It's skipping frames, probably because I've been streaming too long. OBS Studio's like, wait a minute, what are you doing? Do I like inventory management? Do you mean, do I like performing it, or tools that make it easy? Oh, the Wizardry 8? I think it's got really good inventory management. Especially the way they have it where there's shared party items over here. You know, so that there's a certain amount carried over here on the left for each character. And how there's slots for each thing to go. I think that's pretty cool. Yeah, becoming less of a fan, having to exchange items so often. That's true. Well, as you can see, this is super slow, waiting for monsters to come around. So I think I am gonna probably be stopping the stream here. But yeah, I agree with you, Gauntlet. It's especially like when I was playing Pool of Radiance, which I'm gonna continue to play, but playing it on the stream. They have a really good way to share money with the share command, and splits all the money. You can transfer pretty easily. But then I went to play Ultima Exodus on the NES, and trading money with that was really weird, like pretty obscure. So like in Forteverse in my game, each player doesn't have money, the party has money. So that's at least one thing you don't have to worry about. It's just like, well, the whole party has this much money, you know, gold, silver, whatever. And then the game itself will handle what type you have. So like if you go to buy something or sell something, it'll automatically exchange the copper and silver and combine it all to the, you know, equivalent of gold or whatever. That's how the gold box game did it too. But each character still had to carry money with that. And it is going to weigh you down still. I'm going to figure out a way to do that. But it'll probably be like how Wizardry 8 does it here, where the load gets shed across all party members, so that you can't, you know, run around with a ridiculous amount of gold. It just becomes unrealistic. But well, anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed the stream, and thanks for the chat. I'm going to go ahead and stop it now, since all I'm doing is resting, and it's going to take forever for a combat to show up, obviously. Oh, hey, Bet. Getting ready to sign off here. So maybe I'll catch you on the next one. So I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you next time.